Greetings, Dan Daniels here. I've just published this GitHub repo, and I believe this is the URL, and it's nothing super fancy. This is Grade.io, and I did fork it from Dubai Data Science AI Project Assistant. So this is a fork, but I added a bunch of stuff to make it cheaper, because now you can use a local llama model, and I'm using 3.2. You can see all the other llama models I've got in there. Now I'm just gonna click on this one, AI Music Composer, and in a moment maybe I need to restart it. Let's go back to the code. Yeah, I need to start it, my bad. So Control Shift tilde, and now let's go ahead and Python app.py. And now it should be working. So let's go ahead and force the restart. There it is. And again, I'll choose a llama. It's now pulling down all of the available llama models. I'm going to go with that and AI Music Composer. And in a moment, we should see we have no errors. I did create a log. If you are doing any AI coding or large language model coding using assistants like OpenAI or Ollama or any of those, having a detailed log makes a big difference, because I can just say, look at the logs, fix the error. So that's looking all good. Okay, and gave me a success and token count, and what is the results? Here are the results. Now I can do all kinds of cool stuff with this, maybe, and export it as an MD file, but that's not the point of this particular exercise. This exercise is about taking these instructions, which is what I had Cline using Anthropic write the instructions for me. So I'm going to copy these instructions, Control A, Control C, and now I'm going to create a new project, because I've read over and over that XML, that large language models like XML. So this project is called Do Large Language Models Like XML. I'm going to go ahead and select the folder, and in a moment I'll have a new project started. In the meantime, I can kill this, and I can kill this, and now let's go ahead and create a new instructions.xml, paste it, there it is, Control S, and now I'm going to pass it over to Cline. Now for Cline, I'm using Cline 313, which has a bunch of new cool stuff in it. Max output, though, unfortunately, is only 8,000 tokens, which can be a nuisance. But that's why I went with the XML, hoping that this might make it easier for Cline or the large language models to process it. So I've got Anthropic as my default. And now I'm going to pass these instructions over to Cline. Read instructions XML, and write the code. I'm going to go as simple as possible with this to see what happens. Okay. All right, I'm gonna just do what it says, without a whole lot of it's actually creating a virtual environment for me. Okay, why not? See what happens. I guess it's with all of that, it's going to, it's installing Grade.io. And now it's downloading all of the code for me into a virtual environment. That's cool. I did not use a virtual environment when I created the other application, but it's using its own guidance, because I did say to Anthropic to write the instructions for the last piece of code that you just saw. So theoretically, I'm effectively reverse engineering. I'm trying to reverse engineer code that I forked, and I'm asking Claude, or I'm asking Anthropic with the help of Cline to reverse engineer it using XML. And again, why XML? Because I keep reading that that large language models like XML. And when I say like it, it means that the number of API requests and the amount of tokens passed is reduced and the accuracy is increased. And if you've worked with large language models with coding, you know how important that can be really fast. Large language models can chew up enormous amount of tokens trying to figure out what it is you, the human, want. And okay, it's creating an env file. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and let it do that. I'm again following whatever the instructions said. Okay, there's all of the requirements file, which is a little strange because it set up a virtual environment, but let's see what happens. Okay, save. Now my concern here is that I'm going to max out my token amount here. Oh, okay, maybe not. It says it's already running, but this is not super positive here. It doesn't look like it's finished installing. Let's go ahead and spin up another terminal, ls. App.py is not in there, so I need to cd into the auto idea, come on, idea. I can type, but just not right now. Okay, here we go. Python app. Oh, that's really beginning to annoy me. App.py. Let's see what happens. I'm getting the same error that I got before. That's actually almost encouraging. And here is the app. Okay, so it's got a couple of project templates. I'm going to switch over to a llama. It loaded it. I'm going to do some brainstorming. I'm going to create a web scraping tool, get AI assistance. Let's see if there's any errors. Still no errors. Bingo. worked. It worked. Okay, so I effectively reverse engineered an application that I already had forked, all right? So I did have the source code, so, but I used the instructions.xml to tell, in this case, Cline and Anthropic to write the application, and it cost me 27 cents for writing the code. For generating the XML, etc., that's probably another 25 cents. But you can see where this is going. Maybe, and this is just needs more confirmation, maybe this is the way to approach coding with large language models. You define it all as XML, which is just painful to think about because XML is such a nuisance. But large language model, at least Anthropic, seems to like XML. I have working code, and I got it within under 10 minutes, plus or minus. All right, thanks for watching. If this is useful, please like, share, subscribe. Thanks, and happy computing.